Peace and blessings, family.
Everybody loves Africa. Yeah, 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 yeah. Y'all ready? A land so rich in resources. A land where you know that you'll be free. A land.
Hey.
When you step on the soil, you can naturally touch.
Look at my lips.
Push it over.
Push what over?
Push it over.
This?
Push it over that way. Everybody loves Africa.
This better?
It's not there no more. You see it?
Yeah. It's on your lip. Okay.
Follow, y'all see that? Follow me.
Peace and blessings, family.
Follow me. Follow
Peace and
me.
blessings. It's still on my damn lips.
Africa.
Why you even put this on? Cause it.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. It's a prank. Hold on, y'all. All right. Let me take the filter off, y'all. Hold on.
How y'all doing tonight in YouTube land and Facebook? How y'all doing tonight?
We know all is well. Come on, little Afro pop. Y'all good? Everybody good? I know all is well, family. What you say, Brother Dinkra?
Nah, the cat acting like you don't knock your thing down.
You better stop being fresh. Being fresh. I see you looking for something.
He yawning like he bored. Now look at him.
You want to mess with something? You want to get into something? All right, family. I know all is well. Okay. We on a little bit late tonight. Amber Smith, Angela. What?
Nah, you could wait.
Nanny's on the show now. You could do it after, okay?
Barbecue chips. What is it?
Okay. Y'all hear that? All right, family. So tonight.
Every time we start, they try to find a way to get in here. Every time. How y'all doing? You want to do world call? We're going to let it fill up some more. Y'all hit the like button, family? Did y'all hit the like button? Let me see.
All right. All right, y'all.
I got a like. I hit the like button. No. Let me see. Here we go.
My mind's been. Hold on. Let me get to Facebook, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to get to Facebook. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Y'all know I'm always gonna be yawning. Y'all know me. I'm tired, right? Okay. So, me and Ken Abram just said when we get married, we are gonna play your songs. Oh, really? Oh, I got some slow songs. I just haven't played them here. Excuse me, but I got some slow songs.
Who said that?
Jaleesa and Ken.
Why y'all don't pay her to come sing? No,
Oh yeah,
kidding.
we can do that too. I'll come sing live if y'all want to.
Come sing live at their wedding?
At the wedding, yeah.
Really?
We'll do it live. I'm
gonna be the background dancer. Nah, I can't dance, y'all. So y'all won't be able to record me dancing.
Huh?
Nah, I can't dance, so they ain't gonna be able to record me dancing.
All right, now. Okay, let's get on with the show. I'm a little bit tired. We was out today. We went to Nam De Moon. It's Nam De Moon, okay? And let me tell y'all something. I haven't gotten fresh seafood in a very, very long time. But I actually felt sorry for the crab and the crawfish. I really did, y'all. And I got these big, giant crab legs, right? Because I love crab legs, right? And then I got me some what do you call those scallops, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I got me some shrimp, and Brother Dinker got him some squid, calamari. And what's crazy, family, is it was all fresh. It was all on ice. They had the actual tanks there. You could see the fish swimming in the water. I felt bad for them. I really did. And
And the crabs were fighting back though, because they were trying to grab. Every time somebody would grab the thing to get one, they would like the tongues. They would grab the tongues like motherfucker, you ain't getting. Let it go.
exactly. And then the crawfish, I put the tongs in there, and it grabbed it real tight, and I felt so bad, and I just thought about them poor little crabs and crawfish. I said, y'all don't even know, y'all about to be eating up boiled hot water, and I felt bad for them. I don't know, y'all. I guess as we go through this major transformation, I feel like as you're becoming more compassionate. You see, I mean, it's just kind of, I felt really sad for them. Like, what gives you the right to boil them and kill them to eat them? You know what I mean? Uh,
Katora said, which Anamde moon you went to? The one in Buford. We didn't even know they had one in Buford.
yeah, I didn't know they had one in Buford.
Nah, we went to one out here where we at.
Yeah, we went to one closer to where we're at, but yeah, they have a couple of them, but I didn't know they had one in Buford. I think there's one in Gwinnett County too, up in Gwinnett County. Okay, all right, family. So we want to welcome you to the spiritual vote. I am WUNAM, aka Nikki Love. Okay,
I'm Brother Adinkra, and we're both your African
these
indigenous
traditional
traditional healers.
healers. Okay, now
Uh,
Lakimi Vo, join Maria Fortes. Hey, Maria Fortes, how are you? Michelle Lauren, peace and blessings. Visha, the live is not loading. It keeps cutting off. Really? That might be your computer, Visha. It might be your computer.
ask them are they having anybody else having a problem in your
If you're having
on
problems on
Facebook?
Facebook, go to YouTube, okay? We're live on YouTube as well, okay?
You want to do roll call? No.
I already did my roll call. You
Oh,
the
you
one who's
did?
late.
Oh, okay. I'm late then. Okay, we got Pinky Lee in the house. We got Fairy Wings. We got the Virtuous One, Katora Miller, Michi Black, the Chosen One, and Miss Erica. How y'all doing tonight?
Okay, family. All right. All right, family. So as we were saying, so we went and, I found the big giant soursop fruit. It's very, very hard to get.
And very expensive for a
Yeah,
damn
very
fruit.
expensive for fruit. It was $34, y'all. $34 for a big giant. Where is my goddamn thing? Did we put it in the refrigerator?
Somebody put it in the refrigerator.
Okay, yeah, a big giant soursop. Now, I wanted to taste it because I heard so much about it. I wanted to taste it because they said it tastes like strawberries and bananas, so I bought it. And I also heard that it has some good health benefits, so we're gonna check it out. Okay. Um, I don't know, people. Maybe it's something going on. Is there something going on with the internet?
She said, "Nah, it wasn't a computer. She just came to YouTube instead."
Okay. All right.
All right. What? Okay. So she's on YouTube. Okay. Cool.
Okay. All right. So, Brother Dick, you want to let the people know what we're about to talk about?
Tonight we're gonna talk about how we're talking about how our body is changing, right? The transformational change that our body is going through. We're gonna we're gonna slightly touch on what we've noticed. It's like four things we really notice is the appetite of the whole humanity is changing because we meet more and more people that are talking about the appetite is changing. Um, the second thing is, to me, that really sticks out more to me is because we're spiritual. Is that a lot of people are becoming more spiritual? They're coming out of the religion, all of it, even Islam, Christianity. They're coming out of that religion, and more and more people are becoming people. We're starting to see people not become more loving, but more as they're showing their compassion towards humanity. Because a lot of people are starting to show that they're being more compassionate. Even I noticed it even more with the youngsters. Especially with a lot of these rappers. They're like And it's crazy because us as old as an older the hip hop generation, we always it was a time when they were bashing the rappers, talking about how they rapped and this. But when you start paying attention, they're more sensitive to to people in general, as like treating people right and stuff like that. I do notice that, like, they can say what they want about them, but I noticed that they're more sensitive, uh, just in general, and more compassionate how they treat people. Also, our vibrations are rising as human beings. Our vibrations are rising. Yeah, a lot of us are picking up, because we're becoming more spiritual and our vibrations are rising. We're picking up on more of the energy of people. So you even hear more people talking about they don't want that energy around them, that negative energy around them. People are being more aware of the negative energy. And last but not least, the last thing that we one of the things that we want, I don't know if it was going to be last, but we're going to touch on, because there's scientists have been talking about how the Earth, since this global shutdown, the Earth has slowed down how it's spinning on its axis, and it's what it has allowed us to even raise our vibration and our frequency even higher. So that's some of the things that we're going to actually talk about.
All right. Hey, Tam, how are you? You're new. Tam Possible. Are you up late? What are you doing? Hanging out? Welcome to the Spiritual Vault. Welcome to the Spiritual Vault. All right, family. Okay. So let's get an update. What's going on in your hood? What's going on in your hood?
What's going on in your neck of
Have
the
things
hood?
opened up for you all, for you guys yet? Have the what do you call it? The curfew's been lifted. Just give us an update. What's going on in your hood? How you're doing? Give us an update how your mind is, because some people have been dealing with a lot of stress and depression, family. So give us an update, okay? Now Mia says, let me see. Hold on, y'all. Mia says, order, justice comes to every injustice person on this planet. Right? No one gets away with anything, whether physical or spiritual order.
I can agree with that. I think what we're seeing too is a lot of, because the vibrations are raising, and because we're in the year 2020, which is what a lot of people are referring to as the year of perfect vision, but it's also a year of exposure too, because everything is being seen for what it is. And so a lot of times, what I've noticed with this year especially, a lot of people are getting exposed. A lot of people, even more so than last year people were doing things, and as soon as they did it, it was stuff was happening to them more and more even now. So if you think that's happening on a physical level, just imagine what's happening on the spiritual level, because a lot of people are still doing that. We've been warning people for about like the last 3 years about like not doing,
What's righteous with
not
your
yeah, not
gifts?
doing evil rituals and stuff like that to people for no reason that haven't done anything to you. And now we're seeing people that were given time after time after time chances to get it right. The ancestors and the gods are dealing with them. The
Ne-
gods or deities or
right.
whatever y'all want to call them, because a lot of people like to argue about, oh, the Orishas aren't gods, oh, the low owls aren't gods, or whatever. In Africa, they call them gods.
Well, let me just say this, you all. As I always say, their doing will be their very own undoing. Okay. That pretty much means that, a lot of the people who have done unrighteous, I don't care whether it's in politics, entertainment, love, whatever whatever. If you've done unrighteousness, ritual work, being traditional healers, being priestess, a priest, being, voodoo practitioners, I don't care what it is, your karma is coming back to you. Okay.
That's right.
Um, People got to understand we're in a very, very powerful energy now. And as we go through this transformational change, vibrating on higher frequencies, DNA reactivation, the body is becoming more spiritual. You will become more humble. You will become more compassionate. That's why I felt sorry for the crawfish and the crabs today, yo. You know,
Yeah.
you become more compassionate and you'll look at life in a whole different type of way as you go through your transformation. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
nothing is going to matter to you like it used to matter to you. Okay,
Yeah.
so with saying that, hey, Michael, Darius Ford, hey, Lindell, no, all is well. With saying that, it's very important during this time. Now, I'm going to tell you something, Mia. With the spiritual law, it's even worse than the
Mm-hmm.
physical law. The spiritual law, they're giving out a lot of ass whoopings, okay? So do know this. If you are doing anything unrighteous right now, in this time, in this energy, you got to know that unrighteousness shall come back to you as quicker than the speed of light. Not even as quick as you can blink your eye no more, okay?
Yeah. And a lot of people, like my wife said, it's a time for a lot of people to let go of things that you held on to the past. In the
Mhm.
past, this is also a year of release,
Mhm.
releasing because of the water is coming through to clear everything out the way and make sure that everything is new again. As far as every new things are starting to sprout up, like new ideas, new opportunity,
A
and
lot of
stuff like
right.
that. A clearing of the way to say.
That's right. Now,
You
hey
see that?
Candy Rain, how are you? I want to say this. The other night we were on. This is another thing. Black folks, we got to get it together. Black folks, y'all better start coming together like our brother Eddie Griffin used to say. He used to say, y'all need to come together like butt cheeks, right? So we're saying that, y'all. Black folks got to do better. The other night we were swarmed in this chat room with a lot of Hispanic sisters and brothers. I call them my sisters and brothers because they are. They got African lineage too. And unbeknownst to us, we don't know what their intention was, but Spirit didn't show me any bad intention. If somebody shared the show, and a lot of her people that was Hispanic were coming over, but I like the way that they were coming in numbers, right? I like the way that they all came together and they just was coming and watching and coming and watching, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most of them didn't even speak English, and I think it was a lot of her people from Mexico. But nobody even noticed it. Now, this is not the first time we had this event. This is to show you how our people are still not getting it and still not coming together. I'm going to tell y'all like this. When we used to be on, when I used to do the radio show on Blog Talk, and not too long ago, a couple years ago on YouTube, being attacked by a whole bunch of white supremacists, they was coming together in numbers. And I'm saying, what happened to my people? Not one person in here that's black that watches this show said anything to them people that was like, oh, hold on, wait a minute. There's an influx of, our Hispanic sisters and brothers. What's up with that? Nobody said nothing. Everybody should have been at them. And this is to show you the mindset of black people that they still haven't decided to come together and put themselves in a situation where the Chinese do it, the West Indians do it, the Hispanics do it, but we Americans and black and Americans don't do it.
But do you think they didn't say nothing because they didn't say anything disrespectful?
No, somebody should have questioned that. That would have been first time. Wait a minute, hold on. We're on this show all the time. Where are all these Hispanic sisters and brothers coming in? Now, that's not to say again, we see very well. I'm questioning it like, hold on, wait a minute. You understand? We're speaking to them. Even spoke a little Spanish. You understand? We did get a response back. That's not the point. I feel like everybody should have been together saying, hey, how y'all doing? Checking it out. And see, this is the problem. We don't do that. That's why we're quick to get conquered and divided like we do. Because a lot of times we don't pay attention. We're so over here, we're not paying attention to what's going on over here. Everybody should have been on that questioning, hey, how y'all doing? Introducing you know what I mean? Welcome them into the show. That way they'll know that we're acknowledging them when we see them. Nobody did that. I was a little disappointed. I ain't gonna lie, fam. I was a little disappointed. Because I feel like we should have been done more. Me personally, if I was on any of you guys' show, and I'm used to seeing a certain type of people, and then all of a sudden I see all these people, I'm gonna question it. Hey, how you doing? You know what? Y'all check this out. We got a whole bunch of people coming in with the last name Carrera. I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm just saying. But the point is, what's up with that? I want to know. I'm gonna question that. We got to do better, family. As black folks, we got to do better. Okay. Did you hear about the girl here in Virginia who performed an evil ritual? I got it, April, and I seen that. I before you sent it a little while ago, somebody else told us about it, and they said that she summoned
Papa
Papa
Legba.
Legba, and she had a panic attack and died. Um, I hate that they put that out like that. I really do, because now it all falls under the category of what we know that people have always been afraid of, which is what we call hoodoo or voodoo or whatever you want to call it, right? So pretty much that's another strike against what ancestors are trying to do, which is to teach our people, Africans in America, about their African cultural ways. Not religion. I don't even like to call it HER, African traditional religion, because it's not a religion. It's the cultural way that we have. Each tribe has their own cultural ways. So each tribe calls on their own gods or their own, spirits or whatever you want to call it. Now, for years, they have looked at voodoo as black magic, as scary, as the worst thing in the world, but they never looked at it as being a cultural way of life. And what makes me angry when they put that article out, I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Now, all of a sudden, you got this article that you put out. Now, people's going to be afraid and think, oh, if I call him Papa Legba, oh my goodness, I'm going to die. Really? No.
This
Papa Legba did not kill her.
they
It was
said
more to the story than that.
they said this is what people are saying. She summoned Papa Legba, but Baron somebody showed up. What a lot of people, when you really get into it, when you really get into these things, one thing I will say about this is Papa Legba, um, he doesn't. This is one thing I know about Legba. If you do something evil, especially with rituals, that's on you. He's gonna allow. He might let you get off the ritual, but what's gonna happen is he's gonna allow that energy to come back to you. So because this is a learning lesson, but you know, I don't even think it was Papa Legba that had something to do with that. I don't even think it was.
I don't even think it's
I don't
burying
even think in
somebody.
burying
I don't think
somebody.
it was nothing to do with that. I think that girl, as a matter of fact, if someone send me a picture of her, let me read it and I'll tell y'all what happened to her. I'll read her spirit, okay? Because, I think they're trying to use another scare tactic so people won't get into voodoo. Now, I just seen an article yesterday where they were talking about a lot of Wiccan, white pagan witch covens were starting to do their meetings over Zoom. Right, and they were talking about how there was a rise or influx in Wiccan amongst the Caucasian women. Okay, with saying that, family. Okay, thank you, Tamron. Thank you for that picture. With saying that, family, we got to understand, they are really focused on their, their tradition of practicing Wiccan or Wicca or paganism. You understand? And you know what? They all come together. You understand? But here we in the goddamn black community don't know how to act and don't know how to use our goddamn minds, using it to fight each other, to do rituals against each other, instead of using it to come together to make a change in the communities for the people. And that makes me angry because it's like, hold on, wait a minute. Here you got they on Zoom. They doing it. They're having their gatherings and their meetings on Zoom. But we having gatherings behind closed doors talking about this sister. Well, she made me angry, and I think she thinks she bad, and she's more powerful. Or he made me angry. He got to give me some money. It's always some shit with our people instead of us coming together and pulling all of our cultural ways together. All the gifts that we have. I don't give a goddamn if you're from Jamaica, over there in the West Indies is Obia, and Haiti is voodoo, and Africa is African traditions. It's Yoruba, it's it's Santeria, there's Palo, there's all of that. Instead of us coming putting it all together and making a change,
Yeah, in the
we
world.
busy throwing shit at each other. Shit makes me angry.
Yeah, and you know, I've worked with Papa Legba in the past a lot, and one thing I could say about Papa Legba's always honest. A lot of people think he lies, but he doesn't lie. He gives you the truth, and but he allows you to make your decision. And a lot of people are scared of him because what happens is they start doing rituals, but they be doing shit. People don't never tell the whole side of the story. They be doing evil shit, and Papa Legba punishes them for that. And so a lot of times you can't be doing evil shit to people. And thank you, like I said earlier, we're in a time where all of this shit is coming back, and it's coming back the same day. I knew it was a story. I shared this story. I had a friend, right, and his brother was heavy into witchcraft, just like he was doing rituals on everybody. And one day his brother, I don't know. What I was picking up was he kept doing rituals to a certain person, and so this time the person got tired of it. So when he did the ritual this last time, soon as he did it, it hit him back immediately. But he became mute. He couldn't talk anymore. And he wasn't even doing Haitian voodoo. He was dealing with he was dealing with Santa Muerte. He was doing that kind of magic and doing evil shit to people, and that energy came back and hit him, and he lost his voice. He couldn't talk. He's mute still to this day. So you really gotta a lot of things that you put out. You got to be careful with that. Um, Tam Possible says she was Wiccan, and people were telling her not to do it, but she went ahead and did it anyway and summoned the wrong spirit.
Okay. This is her Facebook page, family, and I'm reading her picture, okay? Let people live and have their own religion. If someone is into something different, accept that. Stop saying no. You come from God. I'm Wiccan, and I'm always will be so. Shut the f up and let me be. Okay, that's a post she wrote on March 29th. On April 17th, she says, "I seen Papa Legba today, and I'm scared." Okay,
Look
now
at her eyes.
I am looking at her picture. Okay, and based off of her picture, she dealt with what they would call some black magic, some demons. I'm telling you, I'm seeing it right now.
And
She
Papa
had
Legba
demons
don't
in her
like
body.
demons.
She had demons in her body. I'm looking at her eyes. Her eyes are very black. Okay. Not only that, what Spirit has shown me about this young lady, there was also some drugs involved. Okay. So it's not that Papa Legba came and tried to drown her, do anything to this woman. There was some drugs involved. I keep seeing she was doing some type of drugs. I don't know if it's meth or cocaine, but Spirit has shown me something in reference to her doing some type of drug. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever she was doing, it looks like she took a pill with that drug. What Spirit has shown me, like she took a pill with that drug, and it kind of caused her heart to race. So she didn't get killed by Papa Legba. Baron some didn't show up. This is something to do internally. They're not going to tell you the whole story. People are making up shit. They're only putting that on there because of what she put on her Facebook page, and they think that it was Baron Samdi or Papa Legba that came and
Mm-hmm.
took her life. Incorrect. Demons. She had straight demons in her. I see
Mm-hmm.
possession as well with her. Okay. I'm gonna tell you all like this. She was hearing voices. She was hearing voices. Okay. And it looks like she was taking some type of pills, and I see drugs. That's what I see.
You see there? They always quick to blame it on that.
Right.
And that's not gonna make people like people that are into Wiccan and into any type of magic. That's gonna make them still want to mess with
Right. All right. See, they always making up something. Okay. Always making up something. Now, okay, yeah, now she was dealing with some she was dealing with some drugs. There was some drugs involved in this.
You can see the demon, the spirit on it right there.
Exactly, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was dealing with some possession too. They ain't telling the whole story. And her family been having problems with her. As a matter of fact, what Spirit has shown me a couple of months ago, she had to go into a mental institution because she was dealing with some type of possession. She was possessed with spirits, with demons. Okay. The baby, them spirits was telling her to kill her baby. I'm telling y'all what I see. Okay? Telling you what I see.
Mm-hmm.
All right, family. So now let's get back to the show. The topic was to talk about. Let me get back to Facebook. Go
The
ahead, brother Dinkller.
transformational change in the human body. Like we said, people are becoming more spiritual. More and more, just like on this subject right here. She was leaving. She wasn't even a Christian. She was into the Wiccan stuff, and a lot of people are coming into Wiccan. More and more Europeans are coming into Wiccan. More and more, even black women and stuff are getting into Wiccan. I don't know why, because they have their own culture they can deal with. And true enough, all of this is our culture, and it all comes from us. But if you have a unique culture and a bloodline that traces back to you, you should really be more interested in that.
I had a young white woman that came to me years ago, and she wanted to get initiated in African traditions. And I did a divination on her because some white people can have a lineage that trace back to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get it confused. And if I read it and they divinate and then I do a divination, their great grandmother or their grandmother might have been black. And guess what? If that white person, basically their grandmother could have, so it goes like this. So if the grandmother could have married a man that was light skinned man could have married a white man, then the child comes out, white. You're gonna think that child's totally white. They took on more of the white genes. But when you do the divination, you find out, okay, the grandmother was a literally black woman, and the grandfather and her parents were black. That white person now has lineage that traces back to Africa. And the reason they can see so well or do traditional healing is because their grandmother was a black woman. Now, I really have a situation like that in my family. Okay? With saying that, family, once I divine on it, I have to initiate them if it calls for that. Okay? I don't give a goddamn. I don't care who say what. If I read it and it says, well, hey, on your maternal side, your grandmother was black, okay, you can get initiated, okay? It always has
Mm-hmm.
to be a divination done. However, there's one lady I was reading, and her family, her lineage came from the gypsies. So based off of that, we know that the gypsies, from what I understand, they was originally Moors before they became the gypsies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know how true that was. I wasn't there. I don't believe everything I see in a book. But was saying that I had to have her go back to her lineage that was closest to what she needed to learn, so I couldn't initiate her. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But on that note, remember last night I was reading the look. See, Terrell changed your name to your account, and it kicked me out for here.
Tell him to stop doing that. Tell Kemi. All right. All right. Oh, they said her baby daddy was black or Haitian. Okay. Well, it's very possible that somebody could have did work on her. Right? It could have been very possible that they did work on her. But there's many different type of ways that work can be done. You know what I mean? And it could be done in a sense where they can enhance what you're already doing. So if she was doing drugs, they can make her use more drugs. They can send spirits to make her want to do more drugs, or make her, want to, go crazy. Send spirits to mess with her mind. There's so many different things to do. I don't agree with stuff like that because it makes me angry. It makes me angry when people do just plain evil shit. Okay, it's uncalled for. You understand? You was not given this gift to harm or hurt anybody. You was given this gift to help and heal people. Okay? Whether it's to see, whether it's what you want to be called a psychic, whatever you want to call it, or whether it's to help them to overcome anything they're going through in their life. It's a beautiful thing when I can sit back and see somebody smile or call and say, thank you, Sister Nikki, or Brother Dinker, we really got the job we wanted, or we're not struggling for food, for money anymore. It really makes me happy to see that. It makes me unhappy to see when somebody does a ritual to destroy or stop somebody's money, or try to cause harm in their house, or try to cause demise or cause them to lose their job. I had a young lady that called me, and these women, and they're black, going back and forth. I can't mention no names at the job. Now, y'all women got children. What the hell is wrong with y'all that y'all feel the need to go in your goddamn your corner, or your altar, or your ritual, or your shrine, or whatever you want to call it, and do a ritual to